On today's show, we're going to explore the most important Facebook updates, including is Meta launching an all AI generated video app? Sort of. We'll fill you in on this. Also, some really powerful new tools for running ads, and the ability to reach certain audiences in the UK may be vanishing very, very soon. All of those updates and more coming up right now. My name is Jerry Potter, host of the Social Media Marketing Talk Show, a social media examiner production. We break down all the latest social media news and what it means for marketers like you. And today I'm joined by Tara Zirker. Tara is a Facebook ads expert, founder of the Successful Ads Club, a membership site she designed to help marketers improve their Facebook and Instagram ad results. Tara, welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, Jerry. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I know ads are your favorite thing. So let's start by talking about some of these updates to Meta ads that we can look forward to.
Yeah, I actually love some of the updates this week. So one of the biggest ones is that Reels trending ads. Okay, so that's kind of a new thing. I'll explain it in a minute. Is expanding. So if you have a Meta rep, you can request this access. They're trying to roll it out to more and more advertisers. Right now, it's just been kind of to a beta group to test out this feature, but essentially they choose the top 5% of trending organic posts, and then they allow advertisers to advertise either in that post or directly after it. They're seeing really great results. So a lot of, increased elevated numbers around ad recall, and then just better results in general. So the early case studies are coming through and saying this is working. So if you can get that ad placed right after a trending reel, you're probably going to have a better outcome from your ads.
So what's the psychology behind that? Like somebody just enjoyed something, so then they're going to be more open to whatever you're saying in your ad?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Exactly. And so
Okay.
they're probably not tuning out as much too. The stat probably, Meta used to share the stat. I don't think they share it as widely anymore, but we basically scroll the length of the Statue of Liberty every single day on our phones. That's your
Oh my
average
gosh.
user. Isn't that insane? So they're probably not publicizing that as much as they used to. It used to be kind of a cool thing. Now it's probably like, alarming to people. But essentially, we're just moving. And the other thing to know is we move 4 times faster on mobile than versus desktop. And so you want to be able to stop that thumb scroll, right? And if you're already watching something that is trending, it's viral, it's top 5% of videos, so there's virality to it, it's more likely that your attention is focused on whatever comes next.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. What are some of these other ads updates you're excited about?
Yeah, Threads ads now has some new formats coming out, carousel, some additional video formats. Advantage Plus catalog is going to be rolling out soon to Threads. So some cool updates there. I think Facebook is always looking to increase ad placement for advertisers. Number one, to keep us interested and excited about what's coming. And number two, obviously, so that we get better results. So
Yeah.
Threads is seeing some good initial signals, and they're going to keep expanding those placement options for us advertisers.
Okay. A couple of other updates here too.
Yeah. Okay. One I'm really excited about, which is kind of nerdy, is this value rules. So essentially, if you go to your advertising settings in Meta, there is a new feature where you can establish the rules kind of account wide. So let's just say, for example, that maybe your target, so this is different than targeting by audiences, right? This is kind of telling Facebook, hey, this is what is the most valuable to me as an advertiser. So the example they used is, let's just say you get, 2x lifetime value out of, let's just call it like a male segment age 35 to 44, something like that, right?
Okay.
You can now go into these value rules. Again, it's a setting you access through advertising settings, and you can establish there's a variety of categories of rules you can establish. You can tell Meta, listen, I want to bid 60% higher on this male demographic that I just described, and I want to bid 20% lower on my least, valuable demographic, whatever that, happens to be for you. Yeah. So now you're running ads, and, again, it's different from how you're targeting inside of your ad sets, right? But you're running ads, and just account wide, you're telling Meta, this is my most valuable target, and I'm willing to even if my ad set is saying something differently, I'm willing to increase my bid 60% higher wherever you can get me this demographic. And I want to decrease my bid by 20% lower for this demographic. And now Meta has more information about what's most valuable to you. And they're obviously going to prioritize those, again, kind of what they're calling it is like value rules. They're going to prioritize those value rules. And
Hmm.
so I think this is phenomenal, especially for larger budget clients, or clients with like very specific, like you just know this is your demographic. Now you can actually go and tell Meta that this is the most valuable type of client for me. And I would definitely base that on customer data around lifetime value and things like that. But pretty nerdy and also very, very cool.
Well, no, it totally makes sense because imagine
Yeah.
like, okay, we can convert this broader demographic, but we know if people have this additional interest, they're much more likely to convert, or they're much more likely to stay, or much more likely to refer friends or whatever. And if they don't, they're less. So, yeah, that sounds really, really powerful. And then another update for people that can't use the metapixel about that apparently is lowering the cost per landing page view. What's this one? Because that's
I
always
love
good.
this one too. Okay, so when you're running traffic ads, which we all probably kind of know is your least favorable type of ad to run. Typically, you want to be running leads ads or sales ads, but sometimes you're just stuck in a scenario where you cannot pixel the pages. You can't use the metapixel, and therefore you're stuck with traffic ads and you just are kind of flying blind. You don't know if it's working, not working, etc. So they just introduced landing page view optimization, which in my opinion is a huge step up. So this is basically going to signal back to Meta that somebody loaded the landing page. So much more valuable than a click.
Mhm.
It's just a little bit deeper into the funnel without obviously having the advantages of the pixel to report back all the additional data. But Meta is seeing that it's a 31% reduction in cost. So I love hearing that. And there are definitely plenty of scenarios with different software platforms and things like that that you cannot pixel. Or, you want to think
Mhm.
about some people are even running to an Amazon store, podcast pages, things like that. This is a really wonderful improvement with a really fantastic cost reduction in ad costs there.
Well, and I like when we hear numbers like 31% because,
Heck yeah.
even if we're skeptical and we're like, well, they're spinning that a little bit, even if it's 10%, right? That's still pretty
That's
good.
great.
When they say something's 5 to 8%, it's like, okay, so nothing then, so
That's
so
right.
that's always good. Yeah. All right. We still got to talk about this AI generated video full feed in just a minute. But if you are thinking about growth over the next year, a lot of times we end up as marketers thinking to ourselves, right? We're talking to ourselves, we're thinking all about what we're doing. But working in a group can be really, really powerful. We're talking about social media marketing world. And if you go in a group, one person learns tactics, but a whole team can really create transformation. So when your team goes, you can multiply your results exponentially. Together, you can cover more sessions, right? Share more insights, cross pollinate AI and strategy ideas in real time. You can make more valuable connections that lead to exciting new opportunities. Plus, your team will have built in support for implementation success because, again, more than one of you went. So Stacy Brown, who attended, said the conference gave me a new vision for my work and opened my eyes to where I could take my career. Noah Stanley said the mindset, openness, and amount of time your experts gave to us was head and shoulders above other conferences. I will bring multiple members of my staff next year. So don't just learn individually. Social Media Marketing World is coming to Anaheim, California sooner than we feel. And you can multiply your team's marketing power by getting tickets now. Go to socialmediamarketing.world to find out more or secure your tickets. There's a limit of 10. Again, go to socialmediamarketing.world. All right. So if you are running paid ads and you want to reach people in the UK in the coming weeks, you may not be able to reach as many of them. This is a huge shift just in social media marketing overall. So tell us about this update, Tara.
That's right. So in the UK, and this is all the privacy policies that we're all familiar with.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My, I don't, can you hear that?
I can. What is
I
it?
just had like a little thing start going off. I don't even know what the alarm was. My apologies, you guys. Okay. And I put it all on do not disturb. I don't even know. Okay, so in the UK, all these privacy policies, essentially what is happening is you are now able to buy a subscription to an ads-free experience on the family suite of Meta apps. So it's a few bucks a month. It's very affordable. And I would imagine a good percentage of people will be taking Meta up on that offer. So, that might impact advertisers, especially as this program, becomes more well-known in the UK. We'll see how it kind of does, but just know that if you are targeting UK audiences, you may see some impact from that for sure.
On one hand, Meta is thinking, well, this is better than us not being able to track anybody at all. Because basically, if you don't pay this, then
Yeah.
you're agreeing to let them track you. If you do pay it, you're ad free and they don't track you, right?
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not
Okay.
you're not allowing, well, basically, yeah, they're not going to be using your data for advertising purposes, and yeah, that's right.
It'll be interesting to see where, if I assume this won't go any further than they're legally required to put it out there. Like, I don't see us
Oh,
getting
I'm
that here in
sure.
the US. So, yeah, it's interesting because as a marketer, I mean, it's like, can I track you? I'm always like, yep, yep. I want to see everything. But obviously, for the average non-marketing geek, then it's a different scenario. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, it's a great heads up. If you are running ads to people in the UK, you may see a dip in your reach in the coming weeks here because they said it's going to be rolling out here in the next couple of weeks. So, all right, another update with ads is WhatsApp status ads. So fill us on these and the opportunity here.
Yes. Okay. So, for those of you that are using WhatsApp, and I know this can be very popular, especially in various markets, especially outside of the U.S. There's a lot of WhatsApp advertising that happens. So now you can place a click to WhatsApp ads in the WhatsApp status. So basically, what's going to happen is you can create an ad for WhatsApp, and it is going to go into that first tab. When you open WhatsApp, it's the updates tab, and that's where your advertising will go. If somebody chooses to engage with you, then it's going to open up into a chat between them and the business, your business. And then from there, you just have to make sure that you have at least one auto message attached to your ad in order for it to start running. So it's going to be basically like a messenger ad, but that will happen inside of WhatsApp. So always exciting when they're adding to WhatsApp features for advertising, because that is a very valuable platform for so many business owners.
Well, especially when they can literally jump right into your messaging,
A
if that's how you get clients.
100%. Yes,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. We have a lot of European um, clients and customers that really value this. So I know that they're going to be excited to hear these updates as well.
All right. So, one of the big shifts in our entire industry was at the beginning of 2025 when Meta came out and said, we're just going to let people post what they want now and let the community police itself. And it was this community notes feature that they rolled out. And now there's sort of some expansion and some updates around this. So, what's happening with this?
Yeah, so some cool stats. Basically, now there's 70,000 contributors that
Hmm.
have been, pulled off of the wait list and allowed to start contributing community notes. And about 6% of those community notes, there's been about 15,000 published, and about 6% of them, no, there's been 15,000 submitted, and about
Mhm.
6% of them get published. And so that publish rate is based on, kind of making sure that a diversity of opinions and people will find those notes to be helpful. So they have some sort of
Mhm.
algorithm that checks to make sure that it's going to be valuable across diverse opinions and things like that. And it's rolling out, and there's if you want to be a contributor, you can always apply. There's like a link on Meta's one of Meta's pages where you can apply to become a contributor. But I think overall the sentiment has been positive, and people seem to be really enjoying this new feature.
Yeah, the interesting part too is that, well, let me ask you, have you ever seen a community note? I've never seen one.
I don't think I have either.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's something that's still rolling out. I'm sure it will become much more pervasive, but I don't think I have either.
Okay, yeah, and I'm on Facebook a lot, so that surprised me. Although
Yeah.
nothing about the stuff that comes up in my feed is very controversial. Like it's like
Yeah.
dream backyard pools and movie
Yeah.
trivia and stuff like that. So maybe that's why that my feed is relatively safe. But I was surprised is only 6% of notes get published. Like, are these contributors going to continue to do that if their stuff never actually gets published? And obviously that could go either way over time. But the other interesting thing is they said now if you engage with a post and it receives a community note later, you'll get a notification saying, hey, if you liked this
Yeah.
post, you commented on this post, just so you know a community note has been added. So it'll be interesting for sure. All right.
Yeah.
So would you browse or would you want to advertise in an app that was all AI created content? Meta is launching something new. It's called Vibes. Tara, tell us what this is and tell us your thoughts on it.
Oh, my thoughts. My thoughts are probably off limits on this one, Jerry. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. But okay. So Vibes is a new AI video feed within the Meta AI app. Okay. So if you're using the Meta AI app, you're going to see this video feed. And this is what Vibes is. So basically, it's all AI video, and then it is encouraging content creators to create video from scratch, right there natively in the platform, add visuals, music, styles, kind of that whole kit and caboodle. And then you can share it on Vibes or Instagram or Facebook. So this is going to obviously utilize like big algorithms to personalize that feed and make sure you're getting the content that you love. But I'm not feeling it. I'm not vibing with this idea. I don't know if I can get into an all video, like all AI video feed. I feel like, yeah, it's too much for me. But hopefully there's people that love it.
Well, and I think it's interesting. Like you said, you can publish them to Facebook and Instagram. So anyone
Hmm.
using them for marketing
Hmm.
will obviously go ahead and do that, right? To increase their reach. And
Sure.
so seeing it in a feed with other human videos seems more,
Yes,
that doesn't
palatable.
seem quite so much that. But I also think there's a difference between AI generated videos that have a human behind them versus just AI making videos.
Yes.
My brother has gotten really into the AI music scene, like
Oh,
Suno, where you
cool.
can like write songs and stuff. And for a while, he just like, look, I made a song, and we were like, oh, cool, trying to be supportive, but we assumed he was just like typing a prompt in and not doing much with it. But then he said, no, I'm writing the lyrics and it's just making them, once he explained it more,
Oh,
there's this whole community of people that, yes, they're using AI, but they're still sometimes putting hours into the content. So yeah,
that's
that
cool.
that to me is more interesting than just, something where somebody went in and they're like, oh, remix this video using AI and make it viral, that kind of
Yes.
thing. So yeah, that'll be interesting. All
100%.
right. So it's called Vibes. It's a feed that you'll see in the Meta AI app. And then also you'll probably start to see these more on Facebook and Instagram. Of all the samples I've seen, none of them look like real human video. Like it's clearly an animated style thing. So it's not quite like the really advanced video generation models that
Yeah.
we've seen from Google, like VO and things like that. So all right. If you run ads and you use third party tools, it's always great. I know when I worked at an agency and I had to go back into, Facebook to do something instead of in the third party tool that we use, I was like, oh. So it's always cool when they add new things to the third party tool. So a couple of API updates for Meta's properties that should be coming to the bigger third party tools. What are these that we can watch out for, Tara?
Yeah, so the first one is like catalog ads. So basically, what Meta's trying to do is increase the diversity and the pool of what it can pull into our ads. It is noticing that the more creative we provide it, or the more creative it can provide for itself, the more it can do. The more it can pull that into the ads and use the AI tools to modify those creative pieces and whatnot. So
Yeah. And
what
get better
advertisers
results, right?
and get better results,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So what advertisers need to know is you should just probably take a look through your Advantage Plus catalog, just make sure that those images are looking ad ready, they're public ready. That's just how you want them to be, because those are likely to be pulled into more of your ad creative. So that's kind of the takeaway there. And then the second one, I actually think it's another really cool nerdy thing. Basically, Meta is releasing its creator discovery API. So I'm sure there's going to be a bazillion tools that pull this in, where basically it's going to open up the creator marketplace and allow you to find more influencers and partners within the creator space. So I think that's going to be very cool. There's been a lot of demand for this. TikTok has a wonderful creator marketplace. Meta does too, but it hasn't been as publicly available or globally available as quickly as people wanted. And so I think this is going to open up a lot of opportunity for folks to find new collaborators and to form those great partnerships.
Love it. And I love it when you nerd out too.
Yeah.
Just a quick reminder, learn more about an all access ticket to Social Media Marketing World today. Go to socialmediamarketing.world. Again, socialmediamarketing.world. And Tara, where's the best place for people to connect and discover more about you?
Yeah, thank you, Jerry. Successfuladsclub.com is our website. We have a great promotion running through the end of the year. And you can learn more about our programming there and how we help advertisers. And then, of course, Tara Zirker on Instagram is another great place to connect.
Awesome. All right. If you enjoy this podcast, you'll also enjoy one of our others, the Social Media Marketing Podcast. Until next time, may you be wise with your marketing decisions. Thanks, everyone. Bye.